Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a really simple card, well actually two cards to share with you. I don't do this often, but today it's all about repeated stamping. I am using the Merry Christmoose, which is an older stamp set for my favorite things, but still available. This one was on my wish list for so long, but every time I wanted to order it was sold out. And with my with the contest that I was so lucky to win, I saw that it was still available and I just immediately purchased it. Now in this amazing stamp set there are some really cute images. I wanted to use them for like creating several cards again to help you with simple designs with same positioning of exactly the same images, but just differently every time. I hope that my Hello Bluebird video last time got you inspired with several ways to create clean and simple cards using just one image, but you can also create several cards using multiple images exactly same way positioned and just perfect, but depending on what you're doing in the background it can get you a different result. Now I try to do that and I don't know whether I will be able to get that done this year. So I cannot promise anything there. It's just really busy. As I said in my previous video, life was just busy. Work was just crazy busy. And so now I'm catching up with ordering presents and all of the other things I need to do in the household and such things. So I haven't been crafting for a while now. I still have to share 3 videos, including this one, I think, where I already have some Christmas cards made, and I hope to do that next week, but I have been postponing my voiceovers, as you might notice. I'm having a tiny cold here, and so the voice is like really not that great. So therefore I wanted to postpone, but I really want to share it all before Christmas. There is one card and then there will be another video with 2 cards made at once thanks to die cutting and the leftovers and such. So I will, maybe I will try to do just the voiceovers all today so that I have the upcoming week still some Christmas cards to share with you. But already I want to apologize for the voice that I'm currently working with. So, repeated stamping. I don't do this often, and as you can see, it was kind of a trial and error kind of thing. I drew on that paper that I have in my MISTI, and now I'm taking that piece of acetate. I need to put this tree in between the others, a bit higher up. And if you have a piece of acetate, just trim to the size of your MISTI. I also have one in my mini MISTI. You can position your image and you can stamp it out on the acetate actually to see whether you like placement. Now, I wanted to do that and then I realized that I have this piece of paper that I will just throw away later on. Now, the fun thing about this piece of paper, my sweet petunia piece of paper that I'm talking about, is that you can actually see the grid, and so you can see whether the tree is already like straight. So that's really handy. And then I just moved that piece of paper, my panel, aside to just get it exactly in place on the other area. The one thing that I would like, if I wouldn't have used the basic rectangles, then I wouldn't have needed to mask off the edges. And it's not an obligation to mask off edges, but whenever I can, I really love keeping that small border white. So that's why I'm using some post-it tape here, and I'm just stamping out my image, removing it, and then so on and so on. Now, also another thing that is handy with the acetate, because I'm not using it to see whether the area that I'm stamping is perfect, is actually to not have to clean your stamp, which is great, I think. Because cleaning the stamp in between, then inking it up again, sometimes it's still like there is still that tiny corner that is wet, and it's just a bummer if you have that. So here I drew a line starting from the other tree so that I would have my tree exactly the same line on my card panel. I don't know how to say this. I think you will be able to follow my logic if there is any. And then I again masked off my edges. Now, just to let you know, I did this for 2 panels each time. I really love just this simple background created with it. I'm going to add something more. But if you want to, you can also keep just this background. You have created a piece of pattern paper actually, and you can just create like a stunning sentiment and put it in the center, on the bottom, on the top, and just have these trees shine. That's another way of using a repeated background like this. But I'm not going to do that, as I said. I really love this tree. It's so elegant. And so I wanted to color it in and just let the center tree, the one that is the only one that is complete or whole, I wanted to color that one really simple, die cut it, and then put it with a bit of dimension on top of my panel. Since I already stamped the trees out, I know exactly where to place it, so that's really easy. And here I'm just using my Copics to color it in. So this card still stays really, really simple. Also, if you want to know more about ways to just do like these simple cards, repeated stamping, there are so many people out there that are doing cards like this all the time. They inspire me every time, but it also just, I want it to be perfect each time, and it's not always that easy. Really, the paper in the Misty was a game changer for me this time, because I don't do this often, and I was really outside of my comfort, but I love the simplicity of these two cards. Now I'm looking, her name is escaping me, and it's really annoying, but I am going through YouTube to find her, because there is this one lady, and you all know her, and normally I can like say the name for like a million times. Jana Smakula. She is incredible. She makes these cards that you can mass produce if you want to. She makes these simple cards, sometimes more elaborate cards as well. She's just incredible. So if you like this card and you don't know her, which would amaze me, but if you don't know her, definitely check her out because she is incredible. Her designs are always so neat and perfect. She's amazing. So there are more experts, well, better experts than I am, because I'm not an expert at all here. But I had a lot of fun here. I also die cut this tree 3 times more out of white cardstock. I have doubled up one, tripled up one, and I am just going to add both of them on each panel. Now again, there you can stop if you want to. You can. It's perfect. I think it's clear. It's a Christmassy card. There is a Christmas tree. You can add a sentiment if you want to. And that's what I'm going to do, but a really simple one. I'm using the Itty Bitty Holiday later on, and I'm just going to stamp Merry Christmas underneath the tree. And it could maybe be a bit more centered than what I ended up with, but it's like that. And so, I don't know if you recall, but in the beginning, on the panel, I stamped the trees with wheat ink from Concord and 9th. So it's a really light brown ink. For the colored one, I used the dark chocolate from Gina Designs ink, so that I had like this one that was really jumping out. But there, even you can differentiate with that. You can even add green trees if you want to. You can also white heat emboss and then do a stunning ink blending. That would be gorgeous as well. Many, many ways, again, to create a card similar like this, but still completely different. So for this panel, I wanted to show you just a soft ink blend on the edges. And to stay a bit in like that brown kind of vibe, I took again the same wheat ink, and I just really, really softly ink blended this background, just the edges. And I love how this turned out, but I also do love the other panel, and so I could do this on both panels. But since I wasn't sure whether it was an added bonus or not, I just decided to keep one white and then one with the blending here. So I'm removing that purple tape, and I kept, of course, those edges white. I did all of the effort with the stamping. Why wouldn't I with the ink blending? So now we have two cards completely similar, but just a slight bit different. And that is already the fun about clean and simple cards for me. I find always ways to just, with a tiny adjustment, create a completely other card. And I love it. So here, as I said, the itty bitty holiday stamp set for my sentiments, Merry Christmas, just underneath the tree. And then I'm going to add both panels to card bases. You can add glossy accents if you want to, you can add stickers, you can add embellishments. I tried embellishments, I personally didn't like the ones that I took, so I just put them back, and I had these two cards left. And I love how they turned out. I don't know what you think, if you love repeated stamping, because I don't do it often, but I love how it looks. I want to thank you all for being here and watching this video. I hope that I could inspire you in a way. Do you have a preference? Do you have a favorite out of the two? I would love to know which one. Thank you again for being here, and I hope to be back soon with some more Christmas cards. Bye!